You are listening to 2Blue and OSU, the ultimate sports podcast for your entertainment.
Welcome back, sports nuts, to 2Blue and OSU, the ultimate sports podcast for your entertainment. We're talking NASCAR today. Dale Jr. is going to join us in the booth, and Morgan Garber's going to have him sign his titties. I am your host, Zach. I'm joined today with Morgan and Ryan as we break down a sport that's not a sport, NASCAR. What's going on, guys?
This is going to be an interesting show. I'm ready for this. It'll be interesting.
To talk some NASCAR.
Before we get into my public suicide, I'm going to go ahead and talk about some football first. And news coming out of Aggieland, Texas A&M. They had a quarterback decommit, a 5-star quarterback decommit from their program, and their wide receivers coach, Aaron Moorhead, tweets out, "I feel sorry for people who never understand loyalty. I can't really even vibe with you. At the end of the day, trust is 100 and everything else is BS." Because of that tweet, they lost 2 more recruits that night. 3 recruits in one day, and this idiot coach tweeting out about loyalty.
Did his Twitter account get hacked and somebody else posted that out there for him?
No, apparently at the time it wasn't even about that. It was just bad timing. Then he comes out this week and apologizes for it. Obviously, honesty is not high on his priority list either.
If you're a coach at any level like that, college, professional, you shouldn't be. Granted, like it might not have been about that situation, but you got to be cognizant of what you're saying, what you're putting out there, because everybody's going to find out about it, and then in the end, it's going to come back and not be in your favor.
I just think having a college football coach talk about loyalty is kind of ironic to me, especially when these coaches can go sign a 5-year deal, turn around and go somewhere else. I mean, you talk to these commits for 2, 3, 4 years by bringing them in, then they commit to your school, then you turn around and leave to go to a different school. So
yeah, I know.
I don't think any college coach would talk about that.
I mean, just ask Mike Weber and what he had to deal with those Buckeyes. Yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous. And if you're a coach, stay off Twitter. All right. If a kid decommits, yeah, it sucks. I'm sure it's terrible, especially a 5-star quarterback. I bet you're pumped to get a guy like that. But if he decommits, that's part of the business. It's business as usual. Move on. You're going to get on Twitter and start this whole thing, and then you lose 2 more recruits because of it, because of your stupidity. Stay off Twitter. Coaches, stay off Twitter.
Leave that tweet to ESPN or something like that to say something about it.
And definitely don't talk about loyalty if you're a freaking college football coach, because there ain't none.
No. Speaking of that, did you see the 4-star for Ohio State who decided to decommit because Urban Meyer didn't recognize him?
Didn't recognize him?
Yeah, he was showing someone else around, and I guess Urban Meyer went up to him and was like, "Hey, are you showing the recruit around?" Talked to the other guy, and he was like, "No, actually, he's showing me around." And Urban goes, "Oh, what's your name again?" Because he forgot his name. And I guess that turned the 4-star. I forget the 4-star's name, ironically, but he decided to decommit because Urban Meyer didn't know his name.
What a baby.
I'm okay with it. Screw Urban Meyer.
I know you're okay with it, but I just thought that was kind of.
Don't even know your recruits. And the last subject of college football before I move on: satellite camps are back. The NCAA reversed their decision. I'm not going to get into it too much because it should never have been an issue at all. But I'm happy for the student athletes trying to get D1, D2, Division I AA scholarships to be able to showcase their talents around the country now. Now we're going to pop into the NASCAR. Woo!
Yeah, buddy. Let's go racing, boys.
If you're not first, you're last. That's about the extent of my NASCAR knowledge is Talladega Nights and Ricky Bobby. I could quote that movie this entire show and give you more NASCAR knowledge than I would if I actually talked about the sport.
Ricky Booty.
You turn left 4 times, and we call that a sport.
Well, not always.
Hey, they have a road track.
I believe they have 2.
Yeah, I think they do too. Watkins Glen is one that I know of. I don't know the other one.
Watkins Glen and no, there's another one.
I'll tell you. Hold on.
So what do? Turn right twice?
The road track, so they have multiple turns in multiple directions.
And what is coming out of your mouth you think is a valid point, and actually makes the sport any better.
No, we're just saying your point is invalid. It's not all left turns.
It's all left turns.
All left turns.
It's
not. They have right turns too.
2 tracks, and then how many races do they have a year? Like 30?
36.
Yeah. So they have 2 that they don't turn left every time. Woo!
Dude, when they go to the pits and they leave the pits, they got to turn right to get out of their pit stall.
It's not even a real turn.
That's a right turn.
They just pull out.
It's about a quarter turn.
It's not even a quarter. Stop it. You're very excited to talk NASCAR, and I'm curious as to why, Morgan. Why you're excited about this, other than the fact that it drives me insane.
Because I love racing. No. I used to watch racing when I was little. My parents were big into it. I was into it. It was back when I had Mark Martin, Terry Labonte, Bobby Labonte, Jeff Gordon was in his prime still, Rusty Wallace. You can go on and on and on. But one thing that I did find is they have a new seating now for the chase. And it's actually pretty cool how they break it down. So in the past, they used to have a cutoff where like a certain amount, like the final like couple races, like the top 10 racers pretty much start with 0 points and then they race for the championships. Prior to that, they had pretty much a whole point system for the whole season, and a driver could clinch the cup with about 4 races left. Then it wasn't very exciting. But now they have like rounds and almost like a playoff to where they have 16 drivers start, and then after a certain amount of races, then they drop it down to I believe 8, and then a couple races, and drop that down to I believe it's 6. Oh no, excuse me, it goes from 16 to 12. They drop down to 12 at Charlotte's Motor Speedway, and then they go from 12 to 8, and then those 8 battle it out for the cup at Martinsville and Texas Motor Speedway, and then at Phoenix International Raceway. So they kind of break it down to where every race kind of means something for those guys. So it's not one person winning it with about 4 or 5 races left. It's with about 10 races left, they cut down to 16. About 8, 7 races left, cut it down to 12, then to 8. And then from those 8, then I believe it goes down to 4, following 3 races, and then that's that. And then those final 4 racers race for the championship. So I think it's pretty cool how they have that set up now from what it was back when I watched it. Zach, I know you don't care. Ryan, you might think it's a little bit cool. I mean, you seem to be kind of into it. You kind of know a little bit about it.
Yeah, it's a better system. I think they started that, I want to say, a couple years ago actually. They have the shootout for the cup. This year too, they actually started a whole new point system, so it's easier for fans to follow and everything else. So basically, the way it works is if you win the race, you get 40 points, and then every place below you gets 1 less point. Until the person that was last only gets 1 point. If you win the race, you get 3 bonus points. If you lead a lap, you get 1 bonus point, and then for leading the most laps, you get 1 bonus point. So the max points a driver can get is 45. So I mean it's a lot easier to follow that point system than the way it was in the past. I don't remember exactly how it worked in the past, but it was definitely confusing, and I didn't understand how the points worked before.
Yeah, it was. And then and the final race is all about where you finish. So there are no bonus points for laps later like anything else. It's just where you place
right
in the race. And so, I mean, if you win the race, you win the championship, if you finish second and everybody else finishes third, fourth, and fifth, you win the championship. So I think that's just a cool idea that they have and that they're kind of working with. I do see. I don't think a lot of people are into NASCAR as what they used to. I mean, because I remember when I was younger growing up, like it was NASCAR everywhere. You've seen Jeff Gordon stuff everywhere. You've seen Dale Earnhardt stuff everywhere. Rusty Wallace. I was a big, huge Sterling Marlin fan myself. But, I mean, you would see these shirts and everything everywhere. But now you don't see as much of the T-shirts and the hats kind of going around.
No, I think they're definitely trying to make it more popular by changing things up. I read an article that they're trying to add more road courses in it to make it more interesting. Changing the point system was to try to make it easier for fans and make people want to follow it more. That other road track that they have Watkins Glen, and then Infineon Raceway is the second one that they have right now. But they're trying to add more, and they want to add one in the Chase as well to make it more interesting. So
here's who I'm interested in: Danica Patrick. She's the best.
She's awful.
Yeah.
Why is she awful?
She just doesn't win. Nobody wants to watch a driver that doesn't win.
Yeah, she honestly doesn't win. She doesn't even qualify that good. They celebrated her for like a top 10 finish. She has like one top 10 finish her whole career.
She's ranked 25th, all right? There's 45 rankings that I'm looking at, so she's obviously better than 20 other drivers, but she's awful. Tony Stewart is below 36. Same.
Okay, but those 20 other drivers don't race every freaking race.
Yeah, they might not qualify at all, or they might just fill in every once in a while. Because they don't have 45 drivers in a race.
And I'm pretty sure this is Tony Stewart's last season, and I don't think he's raced every race. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's raced every race so far.
I don't think he does either, because he races another. He doesn't race just in NASCAR. He does other events too. So, and I'm pretty sure he does dirt track. So,
where's the next cutoff, Morgan?
What do you mean?
You know, they have cutoffs and they cut off again. It goes from 16 to what?
Oh, I think it's like 16 to 12, then 12 to 8, then I think it's 8 to 4. I think it's what I saw.
Right now we got Kyle Busch is leading the overall points at 386. Carl Edwards is second. Jimmy Johnson third. Brad Keselowski is in fourth. Kevin Harvick fifth. Danny Hamlin sixth. Kurt Busch 7. Joe Luengo 8. Austin Dillon 9. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. is sitting in at the 10 spot. Ryan Blaney.
That's Joe Logano. Joe Logano, get it right.
What did I say?
You said Joe Lingo.
I'm pretty sure I said Logano.
I think you said Lingo.
We got Ryan Blaney, AJ Allmendinger, Matt Kenseth, Jamie McMurray, Chase Elliott, and Martin Truex.
Oh my God.
I do not watch this sport. I do not follow it. Those guys round up the 16 right now, but Ryan Newman's only 2 points out. Casey Kane's 6 points out. Those are 2 names that I do know. So, and Kyle Busch just won here in Kansas. I live about 20 minutes away from the Speedway. I was actually driving down past it yesterday, and for some reason there's a big crowd. I don't understand it at all. Like, is it okay? I'm a fan of weird sports. Obviously, Morgan, you know I follow, or I partake and follow esports. But what is it about racing that people are fascinated by, other than wrecks? I have a hard time understanding.
I don't know. I think it has something. You're more your average guy can go out and get in a race car and work his way up. You don't have to be an elite athlete to make it in NASCAR. I don't know. I think fans can relate a little bit more. I mean, and the races are fun. I mean, it's if you go to a race and you're in the infield, it's a big party. I mean, from Thursday to Sunday, it's just a huge party. It's a good time. So I think people relate with NASCAR drivers a little bit more than they do football players or hockey players or something like that. And a lot of fans who watch NASCAR don't watch anything else. So,
Morgan?
I don't know. It's if you were to get a pit crew pass and spend some time down there, I mean you get pretty, up close with a lot of these drivers. Kind of get a peek into the garage, see how everything works on the inside. It is pretty exciting. Like I said, I used to go to a couple of races every year when I was younger, and it was actually pretty cool to go sit there and watch. Especially if you go to a shorter track, like I believe it's Martinsville's a short one, Bristol's a short one, versus going to like Talladega or in Daytona where you see them go by you, then you don't see them for like another minute, and you see them go by you. So if you go to a track where you can watch the whole thing, it is pretty exciting.
I think it's because I've never been really a car guy overall. So the whole pit crew and how fast they do things, it doesn't fascinate me. I don't find it talented, I guess you'd say.
See, but I'm not a car guy neither. I have never really been into cars. I often gotta go, get a hold of some of my friends to kind of help me. If something's wrong with my car, I gotta either Google or go to them to kind of help me. So I don't know a whole lot about cars, but I think the overall thing of it was pretty exciting when I was younger. I don't watch it hardly anymore, because for one,
who's got time for that shit?
Trumps NASCAR. Well, I mean, football trumps NASCAR when football starts. I don't know. I know my boss is a huge racing fan, but he often DVRs it, and then so he can fast forward to the commercials.
He just wants to see the ending. That's what people care about.
I mean, it is. He's sitting there watching a race on TV. That's 3-4 hours, and nobody's got time to sit there and watch that. I mean, I know I feel like I could be doing a lot of other things besides sitting there watching a race, but I'll sit and watch a hockey game from beginning to end. And there's no breaks. I mean, they don't have, like an intermission between periods or halftime or anything like that. So it's a long time to sit around. But here's a little information for you, Zach. NASCAR is second only to the NFL among professional sports franchises in terms of television viewers in the United States. So it's more popular than you would think.
Rednecks got them TVs, man. Ding, 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 ding. It's NASCAR weekend. Got our Coors Light, and we're going to the track. No, I'm not going to sit in front of the couch to watch it. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I just don't get that in horse racing. I don't get it. I just don't. I don't know.
I think in horse racing is a lot more betting. Okay, but there's a lot more betting in horse racing. That's why people just get into it. They go to these horse race tracks with their funky suits and ridiculous hats and just place bets on horses and just drink. It's the same with NASCAR. Just drink.
That's the biggest thing around NASCAR is it's like I said, it's a huge party. I mean, when you go on and stand in the infield, people are drunk from Thursday to Sunday before that, and then sometimes they sober up before they have to leave.
Morgan's idiotic post of the week. This whole segment.
You've been waiting 3 episodes for this.
I have.
Can you pick just one?
He does multiple a week sometimes. This whole segment, though, was started based on a post about Mayweather and McGregor fighting, and for some reason he posted it again, and I don't care that he's posting about McGregor Mayweather fight. It's not going to happen, but that's not why I think it's stupid. my problem is that he actually thinks McGregor would beat Mayweather in a boxing match. You're talking about a guy who was undefeated against some of the best boxers in the world, and they couldn't touch him. But you think McGregor, a UFC fighter, is really going to go out there and beat the best of a generation?
I didn't say nothing about boxing.
Yes.
We don't know what the fight is going to be.
It'd be a boxing match.
It would be a boxing match.
Mayweather's not going to get into an octagon with McGregor. It's going to be a boxing match, and you think McGregor would win, and you're an absolute idiot.
I do think he would win.
Based on what? Your dislike for Mayweather. That's it. That's your only thing.
Well, that, and I think McGregor would be the better fighter. I think he'd be quicker.
Quick? Mayweather hasn't lost a fight ever.
Well, the whole key for McGregor would be he would have to catch Mayweather first. He'd have to stop him from dancing in the ring, which I think Conor would be able to do. And all it takes is one punch.
He would have to do it
Mayweather.
in the first or second round. You're talking about 12 rounds of boxing compared to the 3 to 5 that he usually does of UFC in the octagon.
If Mayweather would somehow win, it would be because he tired Conor out, because he just danced around the ring for 12 rounds.
It's not called
that
dancing.
Would be how Mayweather would
it's
win.
called boxing. It's called stick and move. It's called get in, get out. He lands a shit ton of punches. It's not like he's not swinging at the guy. He's just faster than everybody else and a better boxer than everybody else. I know you don't understand the sport. I know it's over your head. You can't comprehend the basic understanding of the sport of boxing. I get it. You watch you guys brawling in the ring, in the middle of the ring, like all these other idiots out there who think that's boxing, and it's not boxing. All right.
That's what Ali did.
Ali didn't do that. Ali did a rope and dope. Ali was a stick and move fighter. He didn't stand in the middle and box anybody or brawl with anybody. He boxed. Stick and move. Stick and move. Get in, get out.
Go back and watch highlights. Go back and watch highlights of him.
He danced more than
Go back and watch highlights. He was dancing and knocking dudes out. He was dancing and knocking them out. Mayweather's just dancing.
You're an idiot. And the fact that you think Conor McGregor would still win, and you keep posting all this stuff, getting everybody hyped up, that fight's never going to happen. So I don't even know why.
Dude, did you not see the thing that I posted you?
From Mirror. From Mirror.
No. There was another one. Well, I don't know if it was from Mirror or from another one. They interviewed Floyd, where they interviewed him, and he said, yeah, I put the rumors out there. It could happen.
He's hyping it up, man. And by the way, Mayweather's not done 26.
McGregor's doing the same thing. And McGregor's doing the same thing, posting up pictures of him on his Instagram.
It's never going to happen. You know why? They'll never agree on a money split. The reports were 7-10 for McGregor and $100 million for Mayweather. They don't like each other already. McGregor's not going to give that kind of pay difference to freaking Mayweather to box him. It's not going to happen. And Mayweather won't take anything less. He's not going to do a 50-50 split with him. He didn't even do that for Pacquiao. Why would he do it for a UFC fighter? This fight's never going to happen. Stop hyping it up for people and getting people's hopes up. You're the mirror of our sports podcast. That's what you
see
are.
How many people were commenting though?
Yeah,
people were commenting.
Oh, is this real? Is this really going to happen? No, you dumbasses. So that is my Morgan's idiotic post of the week. Actually thinking McGregor would beat the undefeated champion Mayweather in a boxing match.
That was my other idiotic post that you have like weeks ago. It's the same thing. You haven't had an idiotic post in a while.
I haven't. This is the one that started it all off, and you brought it back up, so I had to rejuvenate this segment. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Moving on to the King and Dunce of the Week. Morgan, who do you have as your King of the Week?
My King of the Week is Conor McGregor and Floyd Money Mayweather for hyping this fight up. They are my kings. They're getting everybody pumped. Everybody's talking about him. It's all about money. It's all about publicity. It's all about putting the names out there in the newspapers, on social media, and here we are talking about it.
I hate you.
So they're doing exactly what we want. So they are my King of the Week.
King of the Week for spreading bullshit. Okay, congratulations. You're an idiot. Ryan, your King of the Week. Who you got, man?
My King of the Week is Nikita Kucherov from Tampa Bay Lightning. Leads the league in postseason goals with 9. Been a vital player for Tampa Bay, especially in the second series. He has 4 goals in this series. And, I mean, he's only a second-year player, averaging over 20 points ice time per game. And every game he has scored, they have won in this series. And they close it off today.
An actual sports King of the Week, an actual real event King of the Week. Thank you, Ryan, for understanding this segment. Morgan, you don't get this segment. Don't speak, just don't. My King of the Week is a Miami Marlins fan, actually, who had a backhanded catch of a home run while holding his son. Miami Marlins backhanded catch for a home run while holding his son is my king of the week.
Nice.
It's pretty impressive.
It was impressive. He didn't bobble the ball at all, man. He just stuck it out there. Son, on the other hand, it's boss mode. Who's your dunce of the week, Morgan?
My dunce of the week is the NBA and the NBA refs. It's bad enough when NBA blows or when the NBA refs blow a call, but it's even worse when the NBA comes out and it's like, oh, yeah, sorry, we missed 5 calls in the final 13 seconds in the Spurs playoff game. Oh, sorry, we missed 2 late fouls against the Heat that helped the Raptors. But hey, please accept our apology. What? Why would you send an apology out to these teams? Oh yeah, sorry, our refs screwed it up. Sorry, we'll get better. They're my dunce of the week.
That 2-minute report needs to go away. That is the worst. Nobody cares that you messed up. We know you messed up. We saw it live. We don't need you guys to. It doesn't change anything. Ryan, who do you got for dunce of the week?
Morgan Garber. No.
He was getting
No, my dunce of the week is Dwayne Wade for taking practice shots during Canada before the game. And his excuse was...
Yes, I saw that.
His excuse was that their pre-game rituals were messed up because of the anthem. There's no excuse. I mean, you don't sit there and take practice shots during our national anthem. Why take practice shots during somebody else's national anthem?
It's Canada. Who cares? Blame Canada.
Dude, it's a respect thing, man. You wouldn't want a Toronto Raptors player shooting during the national anthem.
He wouldn't walk off the court. What are you talking about? This is
during-
America. This is America, man. You wouldn't do that.
You're an idiot.
I don't care.
God. You're the only one who feels that way. You're the only moron who feels that way. Dude, Dwayne Wade, shut up, turn around, stand there for 2 seconds, let them do the national anthem, show some respect for Canada, and then you can continue your practice.
Sorry. You made me laugh. Canada. My dunce of the week, besides Morgan Garber for his idiotic post, and then his idiotic king of the week, is the aforementioned Aaron Moorhead, wide receivers coach from Texas A&M. I won't get back into it. Why? We already know. That Twitter. Delete your Twitter account, coach. You're done. That is our show today. That's episode 16. Moving right along here. Last show of the week. We come out every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday now. Ryan, Morgan, thank you guys for taking the time to be here with me tonight.
Not
As
a problem.
always, man.
Good shows.
Good times, as always. And you guys have a great week. Check us out next week. Like us on Facebook, 2BlueandOSU. Follow us on Twitter at 2BlueandOSU. And have an awesome week.
You have been listening to 2Blue and OSU. Check them out every Monday.